Hello everyone and welcome to another Java tutorial. Let's continue from where we started last time. A quick review: we have used the linked list and the iterator to create a list of rooms from a house, and then we use the iterator to iterate through the list and print out these items. And of course we also created a method which put the rooms alphabetically in order. So let's continue now and create our game, and we will start by creating a method, and we will name it private static void change or walk in, which will have a parameter of linked list and then rooms. As I stated before, we will start by creating a scanner so that the user can interact with the compiler. We will import also the scanner class. Then we will create two flags, a boolean quit and a boolean going forward. And then our list iterator, like the last time. List iterator string or list iterator, or then rooms list iterator. So let's see, so that you won't get confused. This is a variable, and this list iterator is the method of the list iterator class that we're gonna use. After that, we will start with an if statement, and we will say if rooms is empty, then we can tell the user no rooms to iterate. This is just so that we can cover every possible outcome. And then we will say else now walking in, and then we will say the list iterator the list iter next. Now walking into the next room. This is exactly how we would say it if we spoke a human language here and not the computer language. And then we can also print menu. We can also create a method, another method. Let's go here, print menu. The print menu will be private static void print menu. So every time that we print the next room, we will also let the user know what are the available actions. And then we can say, let's change the line, and let's see what we can do. Let's set 0 to quit the game, or to quit, just to quit. And then we will change the line, and we will say then 1 to go to the next room, or 2 to go to, we don't need the 2, go to the previous room, and let's say 3, which would be print the menu options. So this was our method that will print out the information for the user, and let's continue with our main method here. Now that we have a body, let's continue with the main part of the method. While quit, we set the flag here, and when we set the flag to true, because we set the flag here at false, this is an infinite loop here, and we say when we set this flag to true, then we may exit the loop. This is the idea, and we will create an integer. Let's say action scanner next integer. This is the action of the user, and then we will say scanner next line, and we will create a switch here, switch action, so that we can choose what we will do with the action that the user gives us. And we will say, let's see, case 1 or case 0. In the case 0, we will print out which are the exiting the house, or the house tour is over, better. And then we will set the flag quit to true, and we will be able to exit the main loop and then break. Then we will see the case number 1. In the case number 1, we will just write here in the case number 1, we will say if going forward is false, then if list iterator has next, if there is a room next in the iteration list, then we can go to the next room, list iterator next. Oh. Then we can go to this room, and then let's put it here, and then we will say going forward. And this is how you change it. You change the flag of the going forward into true. Then we will say if list iterator has next, then we will print out now entering, and then we will just say here the room that we are in right now. Else, if there isn't any next item on our iteration list, we will say it's the end of the list with rooms. And then we will set the flag of going forward into false and break. This was our case 1. Let's say the case 2. In the case 2, we will say if going forward is true, then is false because it is false. Then we will say if list iterator has previous, because the number 2 is when the user selects to go to the previous room. Then we will check first if there is at all a previous room, and if there is a previous room, then we say that from the list go to the previous room. And now we are on the previous room, exactly like here. Now we are here. Now we are to the next room, and here now we are to the previous room. Before that, we just check if there is a previous room at all, and here we check if there is a next room at all. So let's continue with that. We are here, and then we will say going forward we will set this flag to false, and the moment we set this flag to false, we will open up a second if statement, and we will say if iterator has next. Remember, we are now one step previous, one step back. Then we will say now entering previous. Oh. And this is has previous. Iterating here. Else we can say we are exactly this message here. Let's copy it. Reach the end of the list with rooms, and then we are setting the going forward flag into true because it should go forward, and we break, of course. And after that, let's create the third and last case, which will just print the menu and break. So this is our, let's save it, this is our method, and let's try it now. Before we try it, I will also do something more. Before we even try it, we need to call it, of course. And in order to call it, we will say walk in, and our list, of course, is the list my rooms. Now let's run our application, and as you can see, we have the menu here for the actions. But we need something like that. It's better. And we forgot something here. We also need a new line here and a new line character here. Now, if we run it, voila. Available actions. Press now walking into the bedroom. We are inside the bedroom. And let's see, go to the next room. I will press 1. Now entering the dining room. If I go to the next room, now entering the guest room, now entering the hall. If I press the 2 to go previous, now entering the guest room. This is the previous room. And one step previous is the dining room. One step previous is a bedroom. One step previous reaches the end of the list with the rooms. And if I go forward, entering the bedroom, dining, guest, hall, kitchen, living room, toilet, and reach the end of the list with the rooms. And if I want to quit, I press 0. The house tour is over. And the program, our program, ends. This is how you make a game like that. Instead of a house, you can also create something else. You can also create a city, and you can also create objects, so players, and these players can also interact with each other. But I hope that you can understand the idea, how it works. If you have any questions, feel free to ask them on the comment section below, or also you can send me a message if you have any questions of the code, how it works. If you didn't understand something, I would strongly recommend to try it also at home, and to also try manipulating this code and expand it if you also want. And maybe in the future we will create also a game of our own here, and I will show you some other things, some other cool things that you can do with your code. Thank you all for watching.